лучше, чем никогда. Вообще по чесноку, стоп. От у мене вопрос стосовно этого персонажа. Да я так поняла, нове событие якесь уже появилось. Новий архипелаг, так ведь? Ёпта. Внезапненько просто. Отвечаю, это было внезапненько. Ну, вона дендро. Так что, в принципе, возможно... Стоп, сколько осталось дней? 15. Так, а ты события, что мне надо проходить? Флакон, благовоний. А, это задание легенд. Хорошо. Такс. Ага. Я долечу. Проблема тільки в том, что там есть испытания. А в мене тут остается не так уж и много времени, как бы. Ну, то есть это заканчивается через 17 дней. А, еще время есть, значит, еще плюс 2 дня буде, как минимум. Тоді чудесно. Такс. Такс. А. А, стоп. С другой стороны тоже должны, значит, сделать. Так ведь? А, даже так. Такс. И перескакиваем и снова на остров. Ага. Так, стоп. Показывает, что снизу. В смысле? Ага.
Is this an answer from this world?
А. Тоді стояла главная богиня посерединке. Тоді стоял. Ага. Ага. И это ниже? В смысле? О. А теперь показывает, что выше. Там, блин, определитесь. Ниже, выше. Ага. Чудесно.
Is this an answer from this world?
Так. Такс. Ага. Так это все из вот этого. Это типа в замке сейчас было. Ну. Ну, вроде бы все. Или еще щось. Угу. Так, ща. Так, а як так? Як мені загадати? Типа, алло. Угу. Такс. Ага. Так, ага. Так. Ага. Такс. Ага. Ага. А как? А как теперь? Что теперь? Я не успеваю просто-напросто. Так. Ща. Фух. Походу, это имеется в виду то, что у нас тут, да, мы уже тут насобирали количество якесь определенное. И получаем, так сказать, одежку для... Ага, для, ну, костюм, точнее. Все. А тут треба еще 5 фигурок. И тогда мы сможем забрать еще одно созвездие, так сказать. Так. тут типа дорога до этого. А, вот оно что. Такс. Ага. Я не знаю, что там с тем островом делать, Рили. Я вже там була снизу, типа острова, то типа як... непонятно, короче, что и как там делать. Отвечаю. То есть я уже, по идее, повинна понимать, что тут делать мне ж как-никак 25. Но, блин, это сложно даже для меня. Как так-то? Я не могу понять просто. Опа, стопа. Тут уже щось вложено в руку. Стоп. Ага. Угу. А, все, я поняла. Угу. Такс. Угу. Ага. Ага, ага. Такс. Ага. 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 Понятно. А зачем нам вот сам бомба? Тут вроде бы нечего ломать. Вижу, вижу. Такс, и что тут? Ага. Ага. А, это наружу, типа, як, или что? Я не могу понять. Да, это типа наружу. А тут фиг пойми. Угу. Что не? Дуже дивно, ну ладно. Не будем отвлекаться. Так, сюда. Только не говорите, что тут нету. Хопаща. Угу. Тут видите, в чем весь и прикол. Угу. Такс. Вот и тут что-то есть. Тут что-то есть. Такс. Я не могу понять просто. Такс. Ага.
You can't run.
You're mine. Yeah, yeah. Ta, ta. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Judgment. Propagate. Huh? Let's light it up. Yeah.
Tidal wave.
You can't run. Ha! Huh? Yeah.
Такс.
Yeah. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Так, стоп. Угу.
There are a few interesting trinkets here.
Такс. Ага. Ну, теперь идем сюда. Сколько у нас времени на это событие, что по поводу мящей? Мне просто надо еще туда, ради этого сюда зашла, как бы ради вот этого. 8 дней еще. Что ты? Я тоді можу спокійно в понеділок еще зайти там поиграть или завтра. Такс. И вот сюда тоді, получается, оружие надо класти. Угу. Это стало типа луной, что ли, серьезно? Угу. Такс. Угу. Ага. Вот так вот. Ага. Угу.
Work hard and live each.
А я и забылась, то, что тут у нас Кирара. Созвездие. Такс.
You'd better watch out. There's a cat burglar about.
Угу. Такс, теперь у нас тут вроде бы задания пока нету. Тут тоже я не вижу. Оце все нам відкрили, что ли? Я не поняла, оце все? Так шустро відкрили нам все це. Ну да, тут заданий уже нету, так что можно спокойно топать, забирать наши нагороды. Ну, награды, ладно. Сейчас посмотрим, потому что я хочу еще у Фонтейн там делать события. И начать проходить задания легенд из вот этой Эмилии, чтобы понять, кто она, что она. Ну, я где-то до 12:30 максимум буду играть. То есть, типа, не особо довго сьогодні. Потому що все одно нету у нас нічого цікавого, в принципі. Ах, интернетик. А 500 тысяч море я так еще и не потратила. Так ведь, да. Как же мне его потратить? Что у меня тут вообще делается? Типа, як вот таланты смотрим. У меня 3 таких, 4 такого сделать. И это хотя бы 120. Хотя бы. 4 цветка таких. Сейчас посмотрим, можем ли мы сделать. Ага. Стоп. А вот это мы не можем сделать. Увы, мы не можем сделать. Нету просто-напросто, чтобы делать его. Да. Это нам треба буде ходить і ходить сейчас. Просто-напросто на цих нобусів. Ага.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra.
Такс. Такс. Угу. Так, у Фонтейн отправляемся для начала. Тільки тут нам треба відкрити. А, тут у нас 3 задания еще как минимум. Такс. Так, ведь это у Фонтейне у нас, типа, эта штука. Да, там где цей... Ага, ось. Ага. Потом походим на нобусів, хотя бы на несколько штук. Так, ага. Вже, по идее, должно быть открыто все. Я и так тут, ну, хотя бы, ну, как сказать, новый великолепная двойка. А, тут можно одному, а можно... Ага. А что тут? Противостоящий шарик. Выбейте. Все, я поняла. Ага. Ага. Мінус есть один. Ща. Блин. Блин. Повторяем испытания, бо я поняла більш-менш. Блін. Опа. Ща. Блін. Ха. Ну, зато -3 хотя. Ха-ха-ха. О, вот так сразу. Ай. Эх. Скринки хоть. О. Так, я поняла. Ага. Ну. Так. Ага. Эх. Эх. О. Оце мені більше подобається. Так, ща. Ага. Ну, не хватило одного. Да. Это, не, ну давайте повторим. По мне пипец як сподобалось. О, вообще идеально. Эх, не получилось так далеко. О, блин. Опять не получается. Я не знаю, почему так. Типа... Ах. Вот так вот. Эх, и теперь треба нам 4 попасть. Да в смысле? О, все. Вот так вот. Так, ага. Ага. Такс. Да, блин. Ладно. И... Ага. Эх. Опа. Эх. Я тоді не так сделала просто. Опа. Угу. Ага. Вот так вот надо было и все. И не париться. Ну, вроде бы все, так что пока за такое мы забираем. Получення блестящих монет. А, там одне було, що ми не могли получить никак. По 40, там где-то 30. Не особо и важно. И я так скажу, мы тут получили уже 3400, так что в принципе, ну теперь посмотрим, что тут нам дают, так сказать. Типа, что это? Что так, все одно, я поняла. Это совместный режим, тут оказывается, я поняла. Не підходить нам такое, я поняла. Все где-то там. Наберите 2000 испытания, отчаянная схватка. Ну, мне пофиг, так что я сейчас иду выполнять задание. Сейчас я подумаю. Предлагаю вот этой Кларинды. Потом сейчас, по идее, должна нам открыться якась территория, вроде бы як. Такс.
Do you also see Navia and Clarand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
What about Chiori and Charlotte?
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now.
This is getting pretty...
Navia, Clarand, what's up?
Oh my. Well...
Huh? Yep, this is our chance.
Oh, precisely. My dear partners.
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us? and play Marashosei Hunt.
Marashosei.
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friend.
That sounds super.
Clorand and I are both veteran members of the club, and when they asked of...
Generally...
Whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us have...
Anyway, the script called...
So, you're saying...
Hi, Mama the Traveler.
That's not a problem. I'll adjust...
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play?
Well, that solves our problem.
Woohoo! I'll go...
The script manager? Didn't you?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the game master... On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioria Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
Ah, you say that like I'm 6 years... Let me think.
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop Oh, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you're back! Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the Tabletop Troupe?
I'm more of a casual member if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette Fremine and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Claranne
If you're interested, I can give you a referral.
I think I'll wait to see.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop?
You could say that. She's
Right. I knew about that even when she...
It's...
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you.
Surely you jest. I maintain a clear boundary between my but in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary...
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
I was...
Is that so? Well...
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little
No. I'm back! Here, allow me to introduce you to the script manager.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello. Wait, are you a champion duelist?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of... This script was adapted from the real history of the Marashosei Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the...
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashosei hunters were people who dedicated themselves. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodine. But I'll leave the
And I'll provide additional comment.
In that case... Brave hunters, are you ready to set out on...
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're...
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over...
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative.
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please...
Sounds good. Hunter Squad.
Так, вот сюда. Не, ну мы сейчас просто попроходим вот все задания. Потихоньку я начну проходить задания легенд. Тем более все равно нам долго ждать. Это где-то полмесяца в ожидании, ну типа даже больше, чем півмісяця. Тобто нам ждать и ждать. Это обновление треба 5.0. Оказалось, это обновление 4.8, а не 4.9. Так что это уже хорошо. Я думала, что реально, типа, буде плохо тим, що 4.9, типа, як оказалось, просто вони збільшили десь там на 1,5 місяця одне обновлення, і за этого, типа, здвинули строки, потому що обично воно було в августі, оце обновлення, типа, основне, іменно, що новий регіон, а тут бамс, ну, типа, якась така фігня. Непонятная. Так, стоп, я пропустила. Тут мята. Там вітровий поток. А там, я так зрозуміла, якісь домики, це наші. Ага, і там якийсь такий столик. Угу.
They really have thought of everything. Even the phaetometer is here and ready to go for us.
The phaetometer? What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
And what about all the dessert and...
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so nice.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
Snack hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great. But...
Very fair. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you, and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If in this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this,
Ooh, nice.
as hunters, you have proficiency in...
Swordsmanship. So there's a...
Why don't you share a character card then? The travel...
Huh. Kinda like in real...
So, for the name.
Yep. It can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I...
Oh! So it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use...
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills.
Oh, those skills sound like...
So, should we all...
Not necessarily. Since we're working to... For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of...
Oh, interesting. I wasn't think... Let me see. I'll take arts and performance.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler? Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful. Ha! Gotta say, this suits you. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these 2 skills?
Let's see. Oh,
You've all picked such classic skills.
why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon.
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says, this skill can be used...
The script's world-building rules, huh?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn...
All right, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn Summon, then.
Well, now that everyone's more or less finished creating their... Since 2 of our players are doing this for... Would you like to play on easy mode?
What's...
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based... For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical... If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill. If you choose easy mode instead...
Ага. Ага.
Huh? Oh, come on. Never knowing what you might have to...
All right, then I'll mark down...
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. No need to worry about the pesky fathometer. Pretty good choice if...
Honestly, I don't think Clorand would make things too difficult.
No promise.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk.
Speaking of the story, why is
Well, that's because a long time ago, back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled. Soon, a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness and...
Ага, вот оно что. Ага, вот они что добавили. Ну-ну. У мене даже из-за этого появилось желание сделать свою игру якусь и продать какой-то игровой клуб, типа там, где сидят как раз таки, ну, тобто играть в настолки, типа всякие, типа, или создать свою настольную игру такую, чтобы ух-та-ох была.
Sometime later, as a member of the Marashose Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address, as you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks. As you begin to survey your your eyes meet. And you realize
You're all Marashose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's What say you to traveling together? We can...
Okay. My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was a...
Is this where you introduce your character? My name is Farina, and, I grew up in a noble...
Hey, you can do it, Farina.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion.
I've been studying the culinary arts since I was a child. I hope... That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward...
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what...
You open your envelopes at the same time. To the honorable and trustworthy Marashose, the lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led us...
Huh. The layout of this city looks super...
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming...
As experienced yet, as you regard the city in front of you,
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention...
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission to...
In that case...
Oh, good idea. We must...
You look up and see a tavern nearby.
Why don't we go check out that tavern?
Такс.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of use...
Oh, come now, don't be sad. Life is all... Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you...
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't... Hey! Did she just... Me?
Chlorian must have broke character for
This isn't getting us anywhere.
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time. You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. So you noticed... A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure.
Do you know where?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes...
You have our thanks, friend.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We'll find him. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But
You bid farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city.
Thanks.
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Although he doesn't seem very...
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar?
Surely an onion can't be that expensive.
What do you know? War's nearly upon us.
Whoa, what a nasty guy.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
A performance? I've never played a role-playing game like this before, but even I can tell that, By the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies in rest. Let the moon give chase. In the dark of shadow, our heroes seek. Blocked the road does stand. Such is our...
I don't recall asking for a bard, but if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, those monsters are camped outside the city, and we have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues...
Wait, you're saying no one has put a...
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even who knows? Maybe they've been
That is concerning.
Yeah, alright, I think I've said more than enough.
Got it.
Don't mind him, Farina. He just...
No. I was just thinking about how those nobles must...
Thanks.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe... Hello, sir. Is there anything...
Wait, you're...
Oh,
dear goodness!
You recognize us?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great...
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city, however, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power.
Are there not enough soldiers?
It's not a question of numbers. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters... To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all...
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marshal...
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes...
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters...
all I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into...
I see.
All right, be careful. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the... Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but...
Talk about being stuck between a...
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Huh? Like...
I appreciate your kindness, but for brave hunters, I leave the few...
Не, ну в принципе это, конечно, классно вони придумали, отвечаю. Ну, играем мы недолго, я так скажу, все-таки.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city.
But which problem should we...
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some...
I really didn't expect the people in the city to...
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation.
Sure. As...
Paimon wants to know too!
No. All Marash...
Huh? So you mean anyone could become...
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous... Still, most people dropped out at the early stages. And others called it quit.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria. After that, one of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of...
Now, wait a second.
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk...
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago.
From my master.
Huh. My master... Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends.
Let's not get off topic. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Cassiodor into battle against the monsters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marashose Phantom, originally an...
I see. That explains why most of the people in the script...
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough, always be...
Depends on who you ask, I suppose.
Speaking of investigation, I vote monsters. That...
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers...
What about you, partner? What do you think? I mean, you're not wrong. But games characters are usually the ones... We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorand as the GM, I wouldn't rule out the Then it's...
All right. After some discussion, you just...
Такс.
there! Outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build, and although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll state your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you ever...
Marachose hunters? Ha! That fairy tale you...
Sir, we were indeed in the city earlier, but your guards are still fighting the monsters as we speak. They...
The man regards you with doubt and concern. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with, but I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds. A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
This is the place you mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered. All the signs point to one thing.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monster...
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear.
A little help here. This big one.
Your battle round begins.
Scatter!
Now disappear!
Hey there! Watch out! Strike a pose! Watch out!
The next battle round begins now.
Where'd that come from?
Let the world come alive!
Step right up. Let's get this show on the road.
Coming at ya!
The monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating.
Oh, thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marachose hunter...
I never knew the photometer even determined...
That's...
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump.
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be...
As you investigate the mound, you discover that with the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Thanks.
With everyone's help, even without opening it, you can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around the chest.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it.
Yeah. Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got...
Wait, is that how it works?
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game...
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marchese hunters. What if...
That's definitely something we should consider. Maybe...
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to...
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late.
Wow!
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story is
Here, here!
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette...
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the...
Huh?
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part.
Whoa! They really pulled...
Well, even if we end the game...
Something
That's just a coincidence, okay? Besides, the Paimon not finishing... And anyway, Paimon...
Well...
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern.
Итак.
My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, Master was a fascinating individual. My first ever toy was a short sword.
Oh, wait, so she handed...
Of course I did. I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. See? That's what you get for not holding the sword properly.
Excuse me for asking this, Chlor...
Probably around...
3? Isn't that when most kids are still...
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced.
I'm not so sure this is a question of experience.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It was a Geovishap.
A Geovishap hatchling? For a pet?
What she said was this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something.
And how old?
5.
Well...
No, I lost.
So, you're saying...
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week...
That really doesn't sound like the kind...
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the... Even though the training she subjected...
I still remember the first time we met.
Так.
After that, though, you started coming over a lot.
I had a lot of fun during...
We tried to pretend like we never...
Protector of justice. Oh, wait.
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she was.
20 years ago, huh?
My apologies.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause. Although, calling herself the protector of order was a bit much. Especially when she deliberately operated out.
Huh? When did the
Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I heard she would just come up with a name on the spot whenever she was asked. Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided...
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the two...
Well, she certainly sounds...
It's true. I always wanted to become like her.
But...
She suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Disappeared?
I have no idea. That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callus's house to ask about her whereabouts.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret.
Don't worry, I understand. To be perfect, just like how, when a litter of
Or...
I was at first, but not anymore.
Well, despite everything, you still managed to
I suspect my position would be far too by the books.
Who knew Clorand had such an interesting... I wonder... if Clorand's master were the champion duelist back then? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorand and Navi are probably thinking...
Well, anyway...
I had a great time today, Miss Clorand.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, Hey, you should tell us more about that fight against the Geo-Bishop sometime.
What does she mean, on to something? I guess I'll head back as well.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking...
Такс, ну, хоч щось, та й ми, так сказати, закончили. То есть, мені сподобалось, конечно, но это немножко утомительно, это довго ждать, это все. Я предлагаю не спешить проходить всю эту миссию, а по очереди, как бы. То есть, возможно, сегодня я еще зайду играть, но это будет... Ну, не знаю, типа, я вообще зайду сегодня. Если что, завтра я обещаю зайти уже намного раньше, то есть где-то в 9 или в 10, чтобы уже точно было у нас времени пройти хоть якусь миссию, цю задание легенд, хотя бы Кларинды. Но я не знаю, возможно, я зайду и на другую задание легенд. Так что, сорян, но на этом, пожалуй, я буду заканчивать. Всем удачки и пока-пока!